Hello there, sword friends. This is going to be a quick chat about this project sword that I have right here. This is a blade by Rick Barrett. It used to be called the Phantom. Looked like this for a time. It had a hilt by Jody Samson. That hilt broke. It got sent to Baltimore Knife and Sword, from what I can gather, and they put a hilt like this on it. And then the guy didn't like it, so he put a hilt like this on it, and that's how I bought it. So now it looks like this, which is, yes, this is copper pipe. I do have the pommel, which looks like it was from BKS, but if you shake it, it kind of comes off. The threading isn't strong enough there to hold it on. And this crossguard that I have on it right now is actually used to be a piece of rebar. It came from a matching piece like this. I bought a 1x30" belt sander at Harbor Freight, ground the rebar down until it was square-ish, and then tried to make a crossguard. And it used to have little swelly balls on the end like this, and then they broke off because the only source of heat I have to try and bend stuff is a MAP gas torch for plumbing, and it didn't work really well. So now I have this oblong, not symmetrical, shitty crossguard with a gap in it that isn't big enough to accommodate the tang of the sword, and no matter what I do will look shitty when it's done. Regardless, though, this is kind of where I'm at. Why am I doing it myself might be a question you're asking, and that's because when I asked around about having hilts made, everyone wanted, between $500 and $1,000 to make a hilt. And not to say that it isn't worth that, not to say it doesn't justify the work, but I don't know that this sword does. At one point, this was $2,500, and it was made by two masters. And now it has been used and sharpened and scuffed, and all of the spit shine and artistic stuff that was on the blade that made it really special has been diminished. The hilt is gone. Jody's portion of the work is no longer there. I don't know what, if any, hand he had in making the blade. This is a through-hardened 1075 blade. This is an etch on the blade, not a differential hardening kind of after effect or hamon. And it's really scuffed and used and abused. So it's still got a lot of life as a sword, but it is also this kind of weird, not leaf blade, but leaf blade kind of goofy sword. And yeah, I don't know if there's really a market for this thing, particularly since Rick is most noted for his Japanese sword work and not his kind of European fantasy stuff. He's a prolific swordsmith, really talented, and the lines on this are really quite good and show off kind of the capability of Rick's work. But at the same time, if I got it all cleaned up, I'd be in for more than a couple pennies, and I don't know if I would get that back out of it. So I have to be cognizant of that, and what I want to do to this sword is really kind of fundamentally change it from what it was to something else. And I'm hesitant to do that because I don't think my skill is really up to the challenge, and I'm gonna make this, really still very functional, very good workable blade into something maybe that isn't so great. So my plan is to move the shoulders up, and given my aptitude for crossguard making, I don't know if I'm up to the challenge, but I'm going to try and move the shoulders up here, and that way I will have kind of a two-handed-ish grip, and if I do that, then it will probably be better feeling, because one-handed with this sword weighs 1 pound 13 ounces, and it just doesn't feel very good in the hand. I can imagine that the really hefty grip that was on it at one point from Jody probably changed the dynamics of the sword, but as it is, with even this very heavy pommel, it just does not feel good. So as soon as I bring my hand a little further up, even holding it like an asshole right now, it feels much more connected to the hand, much easier to move around. So that's what I plan on doing now. I don't know if my skill is up to the challenge. I have a Dremel, a now 1x30" belt sander, a MAP gas torch, a hammer and a nail set, and a drill, and that's how I have dicked around to make this crossguard, which is never going to be what I want it to be, but at the same time, it's what I have the aptitude of making. So if you have any suggestions for me on how to suck less or take what I have and make it better, or maybe your suggestion is, for the love of Christ, please do not adjust the shoulders, you nitwit. Have it done by somebody who's more competent. All valid suggestions. I'd be interested to hear what you have to say. If you have any suggestions for me, throw them in the comments down below. Anyway, that's what I was doing this weekend. I thought I'd share it. I do have some other videos to edit and make and catch up on, but I needed to get away from my computer in this lovely weather that I have, because I'm in Minnesota and it's only nice for about 2 weeks out of the year. So anyway, that's what I've got for you. I hope it's been mildly interesting. It is embarrassing, but yeah, check it out. Look at this in all its glory. Copper pipe handle. Yeah, pretty nice stuff. Okay, well, anyway, that's all I got for you. As always, cheers and thank you for watching.